fun arc to play last year? It was like a totally different change.
It was really fun. I loved it. It was more difficult for me than at least, I've really been able to play 3 characters on Grimm, so I consider myself really lucky. Warm Juliet, evil Juliet, and then Eve. And Eve has been the hardest because I'm loud, I'm expressive, I'm warm, and Eve was like cold and calculating and robotic, and really there's like a tremendous amount of conservation of energy. But I watched some great movies for inspiration, Ex Machina, the Luc Besson Nikita, and I went into it, and Norberto Barba was really great about coaching me, and it ended up being super fun. But it's funny that I started training to put muscle mass on, so I was thinking, I'm going to be doing fight scenes right and left. But Eve is so powerful, all she has to do is look at someone and make their head explode, so there was very little actual fighting. Yeah.
This next season coming up, are we going to see Eve at all, or is it back to being your normal character?
It's Eve.
Okay.
It's a continuation of where 5 left off, so we don't know that it's Juliet yet. We know that it's Eve, and she might be feeling some feelings and some guilt, and that's probably one of the main storylines that's going to get resolved throughout season 6.
That's kind of an interesting arc for you to play, though, putting those two together and kind of fighting for her soul.
I love that. There being a push-pull, almost like Jack the Ripper kind of a thing going on. Like, who's it going to be?
And you obviously want her to end up with Nick, right?
I've said this before. Eve doesn't need a man. Just so we're all clear, I know there's a lot of shipping and people like Natalie, people like Nickette. From my point of view, Eve doesn't need a man. So if she ends up single or someone else, then more power to her.
So this next season, they're all going to be going against Renard. How pivotal a role is Eve going to play in that?
Well, at this point, the only, Burkhart and probably Eve, we don't know yet if she's lost all her powers. So, as, from where the knowledge that the fans have, Eve is still as powerful as Renard going forward. But she also might lose her powers. That's why you guys all have to watch.
I like how you put that. The knowledge the fans have. Yeah. So if she does lose her powers, she's still going to be able to be part of the fight, though, right?
She's very much included in the gang going forward.
And how do you feel about having this shorter season?
Honestly, we are so grateful to even be going into a 6th season. That doesn't happen that often anymore. And by the end of season 6, we will have shot 123 episodes of television. And I have nothing but gratitude. I know David, my love, is exhausted, so he's kind of like, all right, I'll take it, and he's also really excited about directing, so it's all good.
Are you looking forward to having him direct?
I really am. He's very prepared. He's been shadowing on set for almost 2 years. Any day off. He's been reading books. He's taken meetings. He really is ready for this. He was in pre-production all last week. He's doing pre-production all next week, and then he starts shooting on Monday. So it'll be interesting.
It could be a fun dynamic to have to add that to the relationship too, that he's directing.
Yeah, well, they had to logistically because in a typical Grimm episode, he's primarily in most of the scenes, and they can't do that with him directing. So it's a really cool way they wrote him out that I can't wait for people to see, and I also can't talk about.
Sorry, gonna wrap her.
Okay.